Come join Libby and Molly, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we build a resourceful community of collaborative resellers.
Hey y'all, welcome to episode 68 of Consignment Chats. We're so glad you're here. I'm also so glad that she's here. This is one of those episodes where we are so excited. Libby has come to North Carolina to see me. So we are together in person. So if you're podcasting, you don't get to see our lovely faces, but if you're on YouTube, what's up? We're side by side. Anyway, we are so excited to bring to you for episode 68, another C-Chats Spotlight. We really love our spotlights, but today this is an extra special one. This is as Libby calls her, an OG of the consignment world. I'm not going to tell you anymore. We're just going to get to it and let you meet her and hear all about her.
Talk to you in a few. Hi, Danna. We are so excited to have you here today.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. It's such an honor to be in your presence. I love you girls. I stalk you on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny because I said this is like the moment I have been most looking forward to, because to me you are the OG of eBay consignment selling. And yeah, this is just like, I feel like you're where it all began, and you're an inspiration for so many people that for me, this is, I hate to say it, but my favorite interview yet.
Are you she's kind of fangirling
a little bit, Danna? A little bit. All right. So introduce yourself and tell us where your business is, where you're located.
Yep. Well, I'm Danna Crawford, and I'm mostly known as the Power Selling Mom. And my business has evolved over the years. I started in 97 on eBay, and then in 98, I started doing consignment. And it has grown immensely since then. Now I'm old. So now I'm
what?
So now I'm a grandma, and I have changed my business model. Mm-hmm. So it's evolved a lot, and it's amazing how, well, when you're the boss of your own business, you change with the times, and you adjust accordingly, and you embrace change. Don't be afraid of change.
That is why you are still so successful. Is that right there, guys? Don't miss that nugget of information.
That's the gift I always say she has too, is the ability to
adjust
it when needed. Yeah. That's that to me is a number one to be successful in what you do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to just gloss over that. I wanted to make sure everybody heard that really well.
Thanks. Yeah, especially on eBay, right? Because eBay changes like every other day, So it's, some people say, oh, eBay sucks, I can't take it anymore. And they change this. It's like, okay, just deal with it and adjust accordingly and, move on. So
Yeah. I mean, you are proof that if you roll with the changes, you can have a successful business, even through all of, you've probably watched as we have through the years, so many people drop off. Oh, I'm frustrated with this change. I'm frustrated with that change. When in reality, if they had just persevered, they'd probably have an amazing business today. And it's hard to watch sometimes, but that's the way of business.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody and every personality. And
of course.
They have to sometimes figure that out the hard way. What made you start this business, getting into reselling and consignment back in the 90s?
Yeah, well, I was a single mom, 3 kids, 3 jobs. And someone told me about eBay because I was hauling around my Beanie Babies and my stuff that I got out of the dumpster to the flea markets on weekends to make even more extra money to make ends meet. And then one day somebody told me about eBay, and I was like, what is this eBay? And so I started, I bought a computer and I just started learning. And then one day I was waitressing, and he's now my husband, but he told me about, he said, why you make so much money on eBay? You're always talking about it. Why are you messing with this job? And I was like, yeah, why am I? And so I went home and I created my business model, my goals, and how much money I needed to survive. And I thought, you know what, I can pull this off. So I quit all 3 jobs and just went for it. And then I thought, gosh, other people have baby babies. Why not see if I can sell their stuff for them? And so I put a little ad. Then I was in the Chicago area and I put a little ad in the paper saying, make more money for Christmas. I'll sell your items on eBay. And then all of a sudden, people started bringing me stuff. I helped one girl buy a car with her beanie babies.
Wow.
I know, it was so much fun. And then this lady came to me with so much cast iron door stops, humongous cast iron collection. I had to take my ad out of the paper. And then
I was going to say, I'm picturing like with most consignment sellers, right? This tidal wave of stuff just coming at you.
Like, stop.
Yeah. So she took up all my time, and between those people, I made enough money to put a down payment on a house in Florida. So I was able to, move the children to Florida. But consignment, I just fell in love with because it made life easier to have to go pick, right? You can relate.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, I pick.
I mean, we all love it. We all love the treasure hunt, right? And I know you still do a lot of treasure hunting, but it's definitely a more sustainable business model. I mean,
you could be more selective when you treasure hunt.
Yes, you need to be more selective. Absolutely. And it's a bigger risk when you treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Financially, it's a bigger risk.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you have all this experience with consignment. Just tell us a little bit about, powersellingmom.com, and you recently launched a consignment course. Tell us a little bit about how you help other consignment sellers.
Well, I'll tell you right now that if you want to grow your consignment business, you really need to invest money in a website, because I put $10,000 into my website, and it was painful, dishing out that money, but it was so worth it. And it takes time. You want a really good SEO person. And this person actually was trained by eBay's top SEO person.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So I had a really good SEO person, and it took a couple of years for it to kick in. So you have to be patient and post a lot of content daily to make it grow. And so I stuck with it. And in a couple of years, my website exploded. And
so tell me a little bit, back up a second, and just tell me a little bit about what your goals for your website were. Because I know people are going to have different goals. I think yours might be a little,
Mine was to get business, to get people to ship their items to me. So I wanted them to ship their consignment items and not be afraid and be comfortable. And so I got one from Canada. I got one from England. I got, all over the world. People started shipping me their items, not even speaking to them on the phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
They would I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'll sell those Louis Vuittons. Here's my address, ship them to me. And they're like, okay.
So clearly your developed website, with not even talking to them on the phone, your website clearly gave them a feeling of trust whoever in creating that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So it grew so big, and I had to take my phone number off the website, and I couldn't keep up. I just couldn't keep up. So now, fast forward, what I've done is, I've tried hiring people, and nobody can list like I can. So, when you're listening.
Amen. I know.
It's hard.
So that was challenging, because I started getting returns, too many returns. They'd say, well, you didn't say it had this, and you didn't say it had that. And, so hiring people didn't work out for me. I had to just downsize as far as how many items I was accepting. So that's when the road turned. And I
Okay.
decided to go a new route.
So you decided to go a new route and be more selective with your products and things like that. What are some of the parameters that you put in, if you want to share some of the parameters you put in place?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So what I decided to do was, since my website was so popular and I get so much, I mean, I get anywhere from 3 to 10,000 hits a day on my website, which is a lot for me. And so I decided to turn it into a directory so I can help other consignment sellers. So that way, if you're a consignment seller, you can go to my website, powersellingmom.com, and you can fill out a form and add your consignment business to the directory for free, so that people, when they come looking for someone, they can put in their zip code, or they can put in what town they're from, and then try to find a local consignment seller. Or they can read ads there's also a paid option that you can be featured, and then you can have a big write-up on the site as well. So this way, I hate turning people away. People come to me, they're like, hey, Danna, help me, find can you sell for me? And so I always have to tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not taking any more. I decided to stick with my top 8 consignment people, and I'm just sticking with them. I'm not taking on any more. Well, unless you have that really high-end item, and
yeah, right. Wow. So that is really, like, I know I've already directed people to your website because we are our business, not Consignment Chats, but Conchi Consignment, is in the same position where we get an overwhelming amount of requests, and there is enough out there for all of us, for sure, with consignment selling. I'm totally in favor of, if I had a neighbor that had a consignment shop, if I had 10 neighbors that had a consignment shop and did this, we still wouldn't be able to fill the demand.
No, and we can all make money. So my motto is, there's plenty of eBay for us all to be blessed and prosper. So we can all sell shoes. We can all, we can all sell Louis Vuittons. We can all make money, and it's not a problem. So I have no problem with sending folks,
I think that's phenomenal that you took the time to create that.
What a service.
Yeah.
What a service.
I mean, that's phenomenal. That goes with our hashtag collaboration over
See,
competition. Collaboration
that's
over
why
competition.
we had to have Danna on.
Well, and it's still a work in progress. So I'm still developing the website. I did put another $8,000 into it, and it's still not exactly where I want it to be. But if people just be patient, if you, if your city's not in the directory, notify me and I can add it. So it's a little bit of a process with getting the site moving. And then what I decided to do was to teach people how to become a consignment seller. So I created a course on Teachable. So if you go to powersellingmom.teachable.com is one way, or you can find it on my website.
And we're going to link that up for you guys in the show notes and everything. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So the main thing was, I wanted to share my knowledge and offer my coaching on the side so that I can help you become a successful consignment seller. Because I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love it.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, and we do a lot of that when we talk, like in our episodes, is like why people don't like consignment, and kind of break those down with some tips and tricks. Like, I don't like dealing with consigners. I don't like dealing with people. So one of the things that we really try to do is help people get over those hurdles, and I'm sure you do. You do that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing I get is bookkeeping.
Oh, okay.
The biggest complaint I get is, I don't want to do consignment. The bookkeeping's, is horrible. But it's not. It's just a matter of getting a routine, getting a system, and it's not a big deal. So
Love it. Love it.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's say somebody's just starting out in consignment. They think, all right, they're actually listening to this and they're like, yeah, I think this is for me. I want to start. What advice would you give them to start doing consignment?
Well, I would say start with some friends and family, although friends and family think their items are worth millions. So yeah, so
Oh,
that's a little challenging. So it's important to educate your friends and family how to research, because otherwise you're the bad guy when the item only sells for $10 and it's your fault that it sold for
Right.
that. So I think that educating friends and family first, and then, okay, Aunt Sally, you got the salt and pepper shaker, those are worth a couple $100. Let's explore getting them listed. And it's 50-50. I just have no exceptions. Even for friends and family, I still do 50-50 on
Okay.
consignment, because it's a lot of work, as we know.
it's a lot of work.
One of our A and B consignment, Ashley of A and B Consignment, said, be proud of what you do and tell everyone. And then I kind of took that to the next level and I said, well, let's use our contract to do that, right? Let's use our consignor agreement to do that. Go through it with your friends, go through it with your family. They want to know like the details and everything. So that has been working really well, I think.
Yeah.
Because people are interested, genuinely.
It's important to have a contract. There's no doubt. But Judge Judy says that an email is a contract. So you can email back and forth. And that's what I tend to do with my online people that are going to ship their items to me. And I'll say, just to be clear, and I email them back and forth. And then we don't have to hassle with, okay, you have to download my contract and you have to sign it. And
right.
People just want stuff out of their house. They just want to make it easy. They don't want to, I mean, my biggest customer from Manhattan, she's a doctor. She's obviously a shopaholic, but she just wants stuff out of her house. She doesn't want to sit there and make a list of everything. She trusts me. We've developed a good relationship, and she's just like, messages me, hey, Danna, there's 3 more boxes coming. And I'm thinking, oh, I can't wait, because she sends amazing stuff.
The good stuff. Yeah.
I mean, trust is key in that relationship. I always say, like, it goes both ways. The consigners have to trust you and you have to trust the consigners. Like, there needs to be definitely a trust going on there.
Absolutely.
So, all right, you said research was really important. So I do want to talk about Worthpoint and your podcast, the Skip It or Flip It podcast. So tell us a little bit about that and how that evolved, because love it.
Yeah. Well, Worthpoint has been my go-to. Absolutely. So because, people bring me silver and they bring me things that china and glassware and, things that I'm not an expert on all of this stuff. I have to research it. I am an expert researcher.
Right.
So you can learn about any product. And so anyways, Worthpoint was my go-to. And then they actually reached out and offered me a little job. And so I took this position 5 years now, and I lead up their treasure hunts around the country. So we travel to different cities, and I love it so much. So it actually allowed me to get out of my comfort zone in my computer world and go out and start going to different cities. I just got back from Austin, Texas. We went to Round Top. If you ever get to go, oh my God, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
on my list now.
If you ever need a sidekick for a treasure hunt, this is your lady right here.
Awesome. I will keep that in mind.
It flows through my blood.
I like it, but she loves it.
It's so much fun. And so what I do with these treasure hunts is we meet in the morning, and then we go in groups, or we go off by ourselves, or some people go with me, and I help them research. I help them haggle. I help people find, some people are collectors, they're not resellers, so they're on a mission, for that glassware or those military pieces or Black Americana, whatever they're into. I help them scope it out and then make deals. And then we meet for lunch, and then we do like a show and tell. And
Love
it's
that.
just, and Worthpoint pays for everything. And it's just so much fun. And then I also work, I manage their affiliate program and their affinity partner program, and I work remotely from Florida. Worthpoint's located in Atlanta, is the headquarters. So I go there.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was in Colorado. How did I not know that? Okay.
Hotland.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta.
Great.
So yeah, and so this is, Worthpoint complements your business, in my opinion. It's a win-win. And if anybody, since I work for Worthpoint, if anybody needs any demos or, hand holding with how to use a site, I'm happy to help.
I wonder if we'd want to do like a research segment using Worthpoint.
Yeah.
That's something you would be able to do, is like a
Absolutely.
All right.
I have some items from an estate that we could have some fun.
Molly has some fascinating estate items from her. Some of it is from her family. And it's
fun,
like early American Charleston history, like amazing stuff. Yes, that might be kind of fun to do the demo on, right?
Get down and dirty with some of that stuff. That would be neat.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Ooh. Yeah, so it's opened up more doors of opportunity. So I'm pretty busy. And then I just recently moved. So now I'm in Punta Gorda, Florida. And I moved here because I wanted to be closer to my babies. So
yes, tell us about your reason.
We want to know.
So the babies, I have twin girls, and they had babies 16 days apart. So one had a boy, one had a girl, and they live in this area. So I couldn't take it. I had to be closer so that when I'm not traveling, I can babysit and I can hold babies. And yeah. And so then my daughter, she just had her second little girl, and she's 6 months. And then the boy and girl, they'll be 3 this year. So I don't want to miss anything now. So
no. Oh, I'm so glad you moved closer.
So how far was the move that you made? Like an
3
hour?
hours. I know some people, God, I live thousands of miles, but 3 hours killed me.
That's significant. Yeah, no.
Now I'm 20 minutes. I'm 20 minutes from one, and my daughter with the two girls, and then my daughter with the son is just an hour. So at least I'm closer.
Oh, that is just wonderful. What a blessing. What a blessing.
I'm sure they love having you closer.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It probably means just as much to them as it does to you.
Yeah, I've seen some of your pictures on, it's just precious, precious. And how amazing that you were able to do that.
I look forward to that stage. I don't want it today. My son just turned 21, but but I so look forward to, I'm always sending her little videos of babies, reels of like I'm getting that baby bug. I want to hold the babies and play with the babies.
Oh,
but not yet. Give it a few more years. We've adopted our neighbor.
It'll be worth the wait.
Yes. Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad. And that's what your business gives you, the flexibility to be able to do that. And
I'm sure the move still wasn't easy though, right?
No move is. No move is.
I'm still not unpacked. I'm still, my office still isn't done, but it's the first room that had to be done first.
Sure.
It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good back there.
So you just told us all these amazing, wonderful things that you are involved in and do, and I'm uber impressed. What is the one thing that you are most proud of about your business?
I guess what I'm most proud of is how I've grown. I've grown and adapted. And now that I have moved and I want more freedom from my business, my new thing is eBliss. And I know you just had you just had them as a guest, didn't you?
No, we didn't. Not yet. We interact with them a lot on social media, so I can see why you thought that. Yeah.
I just assumed. I apologize.
No, no problem. We love them. They're fantastic.
You have to get them. I mean, they're amazing. So
Yeah.
I met with them in Denver. Worthpoint did an exclusive with them, and I went to Denver and we signed them up as an affinity partner with Worthpoint. We love their business model. And for me as a consignment seller, it was a big step. And I reached out to my consignment people and said, look, I'm taking a new direction. I'm going to still be listing your items. I'm going to still be in control of your items, but they're going to be shipped from Denver. And so I'm going to be shipping them all to Denver because they are my fulfillment center. And everybody was fine with it. They're like,
yeah,
fine.
That's great.
Wow.
So it's taken a big load off. And I was just at a treasure hunt. I was at a treasure hunt with Worthpoint, and I had my first sale come in, and I was like, oh, I got 3 more days here on this trip. When am I going to go ship that? And I'm thinking, oh man. And then I forgot, and I logged in. I was like, oh, it's at eBliss. It's in Denver.
That sounds like, so as I'm traveling right now, that sounds like such a blessing. So amazing.
Seriously. And I was able to go from 3-day shipping because I've traveled. So I'd always have to offer 3-day shipping. So now I do 1 day, thanks to the eBliss. So
I love that. Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah. So that's amazing how you're able to pivot like that. And you totally change your direction with, one thing after another, but now eBliss providing that service. Yeah, I can't wait to we have to have them on. I know.
Yeah, you should. I'm just so happy with them and impressed. They're a startup, they're still a startup, and they're just taking off. Brilliant concept.
I feel like they passed off.
I need to consider them, honestly.
Yeah.
I need to consider them.
That's my thing for RV life. I guess I'll be using eBliss, right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Molly's just gonna choke here and
I have a tickle in my throat that won't go away.
All right. So is there anything we didn't talk about that you want our listeners to know about you, about what you're doing, or advice?
Yeah, I think we covered it all.
All right.
Yeah, I think we covered it all. The final thing that I would say for consignment sellers when, those items don't sell and you still, you drop the price and whatnot. What I've started doing is, even when I send them out to auction, because I hate inventory. So I like to move stuff.
Okay.
And if I've had it too long and then I shoot it out to auction to get rid of it. And then finally, if it still don't go at auction, then I'm either going to send it to ThreadUp or the Real, or I'm going to send it to a local consignment shop. So
okay.
I don't give up.
You don't give up, but you also don't sit on the inventory. You're keeping it moving. Okay. Yeah, that's really good advice.
That.
Yeah, because otherwise you end up with, people ask us all the time, we have like 9,000 items. Where are they? Well, yeah, I always say that tour costs extra. That tour costs extra.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been an absolute pleasure. I know you are super busy, so we appreciate your time more than you can possibly know.
Thank you so much.
I enjoyed it so much. I got all choked up. I
see that. Well, we'll have to treasure hunt together and do one.
Oh, yes.
I would love that. I'll let you know when we're going to be in the Carolinas.
Yes.
Where is the best place for people to find the treasure hunts? On Worthpoint or on your website, Power Selling Mom?
No, it's on Worthpoint. So if you go to worthpoint.com/treasure hunt, you'll find where our next stop is. And they've actually just partnered with Salvation Army. And that's a whole nother topic, but it's amazing adventure where we treasure hunt for charity. And then I do eBay workshops with Salvation Army, and they're free. People can come to the workshops. The next one's in Atlanta. It's coming up in a couple weeks.
Love that.
And is that sponsored by, so that's sponsored by Worthpoint as well. So we can get all that information. We got to link that up. That is super cool.
Posted worthpoint.com/treasure hunt. And all of all of my eBay workshops that I do with Worthpoint and treasure hunts and Salvation Army are all on that page.
All right. Well, you're going to have a lot of new connections now. I know you
Yes,
have at
you
least two.
Yes, you will.
Wait to see you guys in person.
Well, cheers.
I know. We have to get together
Cheers.
sometime. Yes. Cheers with my water bottle. This was fun. Thank you so much.
All right. Happy consignment selling.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Have a good day.
Thanks, Danna.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't fangirl too much, did I?
She fangirled just a little bit.
It was really an honor. I mean, I've been listening to her. I've, heard her on eBay Radio, eBay for Business podcast. And, I always admire the work she's been doing in the consignment world. So
she wears a lot of hats like Erin Kinzel does, only all of her hats are really within our business.
Right.
And that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Not that we were impressed with Erin too, but I just am always impressed with these people who wear so many hats successfully. And she is one of them. So I can't wait. We're going to have her back again in the future. We've already got some things in the work. So this relationship will keep growing and we're very excited about that. So you'll just have to keep up with us so you don't miss what's in the works for the future.
Right.
Libby, community.
Oh my gosh. All right. So
RC chatters have been busy.
RC chatters have been busy. Molly is back in business and she kicked off her welcome back with a Listapalooza. And whoa, was that crazy. So we take 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we enlisted volunteers, I guess, in our community to participate in the challenge. We did have prizes for the winners. And it was all about how many items you could list over the weekend and cheering each other on and providing support.